Good morning, students. How are you? I hope everybody are safe and sound at home. Welcome to today's class. So, we are going with the third unit A, the Selfish Giant, part 1. Yes? Now, let us continue the play. The Giant. Ah, my own garden is my own garden. Anyone can understand that, and I will allow nobody to play in it but myself. The children scatter. Old Giant. Then the spring came, and all over the country there were little blossoms and little birds. Only in my garden it was still winter. The birds did not come to sing, and the trees forgot to blossom. The people who were pleased best were the snow and the frost. Snow and frost. Spring has forgotten this garden, so now we can live here all the year round. Old Jade. The snow covered up the grass with her great white cloak, and the frost painted all the trees silver. Then they invited the north wind to stay with them. When he came, he was wrapped in heavy furs. He rode all day around about the garden and rejoiced in blowing the chimney pots over. North wind, this is a delightful spot. We must ask the hail to come on a visit. Old Jade. So the old hail came. Every day for 3 hours he rattled on the roof of the castle till he broke most of the slates, and then he ran round and round the garden as fast as he could go. He was dressed in grey, and his breath was like ice. I sat at the window and looked out at my cold white garden. The Giant. I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming. I hope there will be a change in the weather. Old Giant. But the spring never came, nor the summer. The autumn gave golden fruit to every garden, but to my garden she gave none. Autumn. He is too selfish. Old Giant. So it was always winter here, and north wind, and the hail, and the frost, and the snow danced about through the trees. So, dear students, what is the giant? Giant is a selfish character, and old giant is a change to kind character. So, the giant, what did he say? He said that yes, this is my garden. I will not allow children or anybody. Yes, and he also put he had also put a notice, trespassers will be prosecuted. So when he shouted at the children, then they dispersed. Yes, and here it is, the old giant was telling that the spring has come all over the country except his garden. Yes, during the spring it was that all the trees they blossom. But whereas in his garden there were no blossoms. Yes, there were no flowers. Yes, and but who occupied his garden? Snow and the frost. Who occupied instead blossoms? Only the snow and the frost. So the snow and the frost, what are they thinking? Spring has forgotten to enter into this garden so that we can stay happily in the garden. They were thinking. And the old giant telling that the snow had covered on the grass like a white cloak. White cloak. Cloak means coat. So the snow was covered on the grass like a white cloak, and the frost painted all over the trees silver, so that the frost which had fallen on the tree, how it was looking? It was looking in a silver color. So and the snow and the frost, they invited north wind as well. So north wind came, it wrapped the heavy furs and rode all day about the garden. So that the west wind it started rode, nothing but there was a strong wind, there was a strong blowing all the day, and also the north wind started enjoying itself, blowing in in the garden. The north wind said, really this place was very delightful spot. Which spot? The garden of old giant. Then old giant. So north wind, meanwhile what she said, what it said, we must ask the hail to come on a visit. So north wind have called hail as well. Yes, the hail came and every day for 3 hours it rattled on the roof of his castle and some of the slates has been broken as well. Then he was dressed in grey and his breath was like ice. I sat at the window and looked out at my cold white garden. So the giant stand sitting inside the castle. He looked at the grass. How it was? It was looking like a cold white garden because it was covered completely with the snow. There were no blossoms, nothing. Then the giant said, the giant thinking himself, why? Why? The spring had not visited to my gardens. He did not understand what the reason was. Yes, and what he was expecting, maybe shortly the climate may change. The old giant said that, but the spring never came, not the summer, even the autumn. So the seasons have not been entered to his garden at all. Then autumn said that he is too selfish. Who is too selfish? The giant is too selfish. Then the old giant said that. So it was always winter here. So that what he was saying that in our garden we do not have any seasonal change. Always in our garden we have only one season, that is winter. So all the garden, all the on the grass and trees everywhere, everything has been covered with by the snow as well. Only what were there? No spring, no autumn, any other season, just a north wind, hail and frost and snow. Only these were dancing, nothing but in the garden, only the ice was there. There were no seasonal changes. So dear students, so this is all about today's content of A reading. So from this content we are going to learn suffixes. So what is suffix? The word that we add at the end of the root word is called suffix. If you add before, prefix. If you add after, for example, root word. Yes, happy is there. Root word happy is there. Yes, if you add un, it is a prefix. Yes, yes or no? So happily, here it is, the spelling will change. This is a prefix. If you want to add a suffix to this, happily for example. Yes, happily. Here it is the suffix. So if you add something to the root word before at the beginning, before that, then it will be prefix at the starting word. At the end of the word, it is called a suffix. So from this content, today we are going to have suffixes. Pleased, please, adding the pleased, forgot, forgotten, n, covered, covered, ed, paint, painted, ed, invite, invited, d, rejoiced, rejoiced, ed, wrote, wrote, adding prefix, suffix, wrap, wrapped, blowing, blow, blowing, suffixing ing, delight, delightful, dressed, yes, ed, danced, ed, looked, ed, rattle, rattled, ed. So these are all the suffixes from the today's content. So dear students, this is all about today's class. I hope you have understood well and will continue the part 2 in the next class.